Hello, 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 hello. I'm Lynn Browder, and I have a son, Owen, who is 13. He helps me paint the backgrounds of our paintings, and then I paint the rest. I have been generally saying he paints them with me using a hand-over-hand method. But he has started doing more of the paintings. He will go through and paint kind of a lot of circular motions and different things, and then we do go back and kind of work through some of it, like the edges and different things. But I'm trying to let him kind of decide what he really is liking to do more. Tonight he did more of a watercolor. I kind of tried it out the other night and wasn't sure if he would like it or not. It's been a long time since I've done one, so I just wanted to kind of see how it went for me, because that's kind of how I got into doing the acrylics. I had tried the watercolors first, but I didn't really have a way to do it efficiently with him. You know, the backgrounds just with watercolors were too complicated for me to kind of figure out and everything, so I just did it with the acrylic paints. I'm losing my track of thinking. There you go. See, it's one of those days. He was up. He's been sleeping pretty good from the whole new school year, but last night was quite rough, and I had tried to do things out of order, and I asked him to take something to the kitchen before we, as he likes to say, cut the paper with scissors. He uses, well, he likes the blue thumb scissors, he calls that. And so he got really upset, and we tried to kind of go backwards with it, but if I can't keep him relatively calm, then I know it's just going to be a rough night. And I tried to let him kind of ease back into the night, gave him some extra time to calm back down, but I had a feeling it was going to be a rough night. But as rough as it was, he had come multiple times to get his tablet, and I had told him no, and then he came back in and he got his tablet, and at that point I was just like, okay, I'm too tired to even. And so I woke up about an hour later, and I could still hear him playing very loudly with his tablet, and so I told him that if he wanted to go to school today, he needed to bring me the tablet and go to bed, even though honestly he handles, it's like when I was younger, I handled non-sleeping much better than I do now, and so he probably would have been just fine and dandy all night long, but he actually brought me the tablet and went and slept, and he slept till, oh, I don't even remember, it was a little after 5, close to 5 something, not quite 5:30, but that was better than most, nights at that point. So but like I said, I was just glad that he's truly growing. As a lot of the nights we struggle, it's still so much better than it has been in a very long time. And that's the thing is, we both, I always tell him, I try to explain to him that we are both growing in these things. It's not just him that has to work on things. I have to work on things. I have to learn things. I don't want him to ever think that it's just him in in these moments, because it's hard. There's nothing easy about things life-changing, things not going according to plan. That's hard on any of us, and I don't want him to ever think that it's just him that has to learn something. So we shall see. So last night my phone stopped halfway through recording, so hopefully tonight it records everything. I don't know, but I need, it's not that old, but I should have gotten a stronger, more memory, whatever it's called. I can't think. I'm so tired, I can't think. But I didn't. And then I should really record everything on a camera versus, my phone. But technically I should probably set up another angle, because this one, I know it's kind of hard to see or do or be or whatever, but yeah. It's funny because this was not what I had planned to do at all, and here we are, doing not what I planned. But sometimes it just happens. It just happens. It just happens. So I'm gonna do one more over here. And if you're new to the channel, if I'm doing flowers, I hardly ever change my paintbrush. I just let it kind of all move around so that everything has all the colors, good, better, and different. That's how I do it. If I want a very specific color, yeah, I will use more than one, or sometimes if there's something specific I'm trying to get through or do, but otherwise, so I'm very I'm trying to decide, like, I'm at the wrong angle. It's funny because I don't want to turn the painting, even though that's no big deal, because I'm trying to decide if I want to, like, write on it, or if I want to just leave it, and, like, that best angle would be to do this. So you see, I just did it. I just did it. I didn't. So we're just doing it. We're just doing it. And I don't know that if it's out of frame at this point, but well, part of it won't be, but so And there was no reason I couldn't do it. Now, see, the thing is, I want to do love backwards. I want to do love backwards. So, here we go again. I know. What is she thinking? But oops, I already messed up. And that was the letter I wasn't going to mess up on. But I did. So, I hit my hand here. So, we're going to go. And you're like, why did she do this? Sometimes you just have to do it. You just have to do it. Sometimes you just have to do it. Now, see, the problem is I boo-booed this. I boo-booed this one. I boo-booed the L. And that's the one that I wasn't going to mess up. And the reason I'm like so keen on doing that, oh, I don't have my pen right here. Pencil. I thought I had a pencil. Oh, I did, but wait, let me think. Nope. I was thinking I had a pencil. I have paper, tons and tons of paper, but I don't have my pencil. And I don't think I have any markers over here. No. I need to put a pin. The reason that I wanted to do that was because I write my name backwards a lot. And it's just one of those things that I thought would be fun to do. And I was going to show you why, but like I said, I had a pencil over there, but I showed it to Owen and I gave it to him, and so now, oh wait, I see, here we go. Now, big crayon, little piece of paper. Let's see, we'll make one from one interesting story to another, you see. And then you see, that is why I wanted to do that. But painting and crayon on paper are two different things. So that looks a mess. And it was really going good, but I couldn't convince myself not to do it. So we either keep going up the food chain of life with more roses, or I leave love backwards. And that's why I'm sitting here debating what I'm going to do. So, if I had made it neater, I wouldn't be bothered by it. But I put too much paint and too much into the thought process. So let's see. Let's see what we can do. Let's see what happens here. Let's just see. So I wasn't afraid. I promise you. I wasn't afraid to do it backwards. I was not completely. I should have stopped. The problem is I should have stopped. So now we have to create more roses everywhere. But now I can say, you'll never guess what was underneath that. If it isn't even still recording, you say. That'll be pretty funny. That would be pretty funny. So, I was already tired, and now I'm super tired. So, but as I always say, it's just paint. So if you don't try, then what's gonna happen? That's what I always say to Owen, what's gonna happen? So we just go with the flow. And these were spaced out all nice and uneven. And now we're just going with the flow. It'll be okay. It'll be okay. That's when I first started painting, I oh, I've got a frog in my throat. I was worried about, doing something like that. And I didn't post the videos or anything back then. I didn't record them. Didn't even think to record them back then. And as time went on, I couldn't paint. I really, and I still, I laugh because, I'm still learning. I think I'll always be learning. But, I went through and I just did different things and tried different successful, unsuccessful. But one of my favorite paintings, I'm going to get in just a second. We're going to go over that. Is a troll. I'm calling it a troll. That was numerous different things. And when I finished it, I cried because I was like, it's one of my absolute favorite paintings, because if you're not doing something that you like or want to do, or keep doing the same thing, and I've kept it on my desk because I'm trying to, we get in these ruts of doing the exact same thing over and over again, and I'm really hard on myself about doing that kind of thing. And so I remind myself of how far this one painting came. And, it makes me think, we have to take more, like, I don't want to say risks, because that's not, I don't feel like me writing love backwards was a risk, because it's just paint. It's just paint. But we have to go out of our comfort zone sometimes, and try new things, and just know that it's going to be okay. I mean, quite honestly, I liked it better when it was this little bit of flowers. And I liked the love down here, and I would have been very happy. And I'm going to practice that, because I'm going to try it again. I would have been very happy had this love up here looked halfway like backwards love down there. But, we don't always, I am very critical of myself on things, and what I do or what I don't do. And we need to be kinder to ourselves. And I tell that to Owen all the time, like, we have to be kind to everybody, yourself included, and that's what we have to remember, is we really truly have to be kind to ourselves. So I'm going to keep practicing the love backwards, and I'm going to get it right one day. Okay. I'm going to do one more, and I'm going to show you I got to do my thingy. I said one more. 2 more, and then I'll probably say 3 more. There you go. So, I do O for Owen, since he helps me with backgrounds. And then L. And B. So, this, hopefully I don't have too much paint on my fingers. This is the one I was talking about. And under here is a rooster, and then some other things that just flowers I was trying to hide the rooster with, and it just didn't work out. And by no means is there any perfection in this, except for in my eyes, because I look at it and I say, if I can make this from that, then truly anything is possible. And as this is just something that means something to me, because how different it was, and I wish I had all the pictures of when I made that, but we just have to remember to be kind to our hearts, and let everything kind of work itself out. So, love, kindness, and grace. So, thanks for watching and being a part of our day. Toodles, toodles.